My name is Pete, and welcome to my garage. Welcome to Pete's Garage, and today is the day where I start on my project, my LS engine swap into my BMW 525i wagon. We do have some 275 35 ZR18s on the rear, so it's already 275 tires, which will be good for what I need. And we need new tires on the front, but we're 245 40 R18s on the front with some slotted rotors already on it that work pretty good. So one of the reasons I picked this vehicle over my old E36 is because the interior is much nicer. Got some nice black interior. It's a wagon, which is awesome. I love this because it has a heated steering wheel. Got a heated steering wheel there. I've got heated seats, which I did not have in my previous vehicle. So it's overall just a much nicer vehicle inside the 5 Series. Not to mention the door panels just don't seem like they want to fall off and fall apart like they do on the 3 Series. The 3 Series, they're like practically cardboard door cards, whereas this, they're they're nice door panels and everything. It's a much nicer car. I mean, we even got memory seats, so it is light years above my previous E36. I wanted a 4-door vehicle, so a wagon was really nice because I actually have 3 kids. And so as you can see here, I'm able to fit my whole family in here. I do have to fix this seat belt right here. It does not want to retract. It's stuck, so I'll have to fix that. But other than that, it's actually in pretty good shape. We have our typical seat twist right here. So this right here, we do have the seat twist issue. Same thing on the other side. I will have to show you guys how to do that. If you're interested, I'll make a video on how to fix the seat twist, and we'll go through that. So this vehicle does have 250,000 miles on it, but it actually runs okay. But we don't really care about how it runs because we're going to make it run a lot better, that's for sure. I do need to fix the backlighting right there. Other typical issues here on the E39 are the pixels. So I'm going to have to fix the pixels issue right there. And if I go down here, I am missing some buttons. As you can see, I'm missing some buttons here on my HVAC controller. And I do have a different cup holder that I put in there. Those things are dirt cheap to fix the crappy flimsy cup holders that come on here. And so that's not too bad. But interior is pretty nice. Let me know what you think down in the comments, because I do have some carbon fiber wrap that I'm contemplating putting on in place of this wood grain. I mean, I got a few cracks in the wood grain, and I'm kind of wondering what how the carbon fiber wrap will look on there. I was going to give it a shot and see how that looks. So as you can see, I do have a problem with the front bumper here. My nozzle for my headlight washers is messed up. I do have a different front bumper. I have an M5 style front bumper for it, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Let's take a look under the hood. As you can see, we have our typical 2.5 liter BMW engine. It's going. It's out of here. We're getting it out of here. We're going to go with a 6 liter LS motor that was in my E36. This will be a fun little project. So in place of this is going to be this 6 liters of LS style freedom. You can see there we have a 6.0 liter. As you can see, it's me from the future, and I'm editing this video realizing that I didn't really explain my whole plan of what I was wanting to do with my project here. As you can see, we're in full swing. Let me give you a little backstory on my previous swap. So it was probably about 7 or 8 years ago I decided to do an LS swap on a 3 Series BMW, when LS swaps were really just starting to pick up some traction. There really weren't that many 3 Series BMW swaps at that time, and to my knowledge, no one had done one with an automatic transmission at that time. So I built my E36 BMW with a 4L60E transmission. It was naturally aspirated. It did okay. It actually, it was a mid 12-second car. It ran really good. It was a lot of fun to drive and everything. However, the car itself, I mean, I literally had $700 into the shell of the car before I started, and I realized that I should have started with a nicer vehicle to begin with, because all the interior panels were just falling apart on this thing. The E36 to me is kind of like a Fox body Mustang is for like the domestic world. You know, it's like the German Fox body Mustang. There's a lot of aftermarket support for the car, and it was kind of like the cheaper way to get into a vehicle and everything. It was a great car. It handled great. It was light. I loved it. However, I wanted more power, and I had this CTSV supercharger that I've had for a long time because I used to work at a Cadillac dealership, so we had a really good deal on cores. So bought this CTSV supercharger, did some horse trading with a guy or a few people, did some work on their CTSVs, get their old parts and everything, doing the trading deal. Ended up scoring some cylinder heads off of another guy, some LS3 style cylinder heads, sold off a bunch of my other stuff off the old car, and I really like a wagon. Call me crazy. Some people like them, some people hate them. I love driving this wagon. It's really cool. I live in the Kansas City area, and I don't see any of them around. I see none of these wagons around for the E39s. So I had to travel out of state to even buy this car, and I think I got a pretty decent deal on it. I think I paid like $2,900 or something like that. I don't even remember because I've owned it for about 3 years now, with the intent of doing this swap the whole time. I'm just now finally getting around to doing it. Everybody who knows me personally knows I've been talking about doing this for 3 years. Now I'm just finally getting around to it. So here I am. Got my E39 wagon. The reason I like to have a 4-door vehicle, I have 3 kids, and I'm keeping a automatic transmission because there are times where I'll need, like my wife's Yukon or something like that. She'll have to drive my car. And one thing, she's like, I don't care if you do a swap or not, but I got to be able to drive it. And she doesn't feel comfortable driving a stick. She can drive a stick, but she says she can't, or she doesn't feel comfortable doing it. So as a concession, I've built up a 4L80E that I'm going to put a high stall torque converter in it. Let me know what kind of torque converter you think I should do. I'm thinking about either a Circle D or a Yank torque converter. They're both a couple pretty good quality converters. My last car, I had a 4L60E and a Yank SS3200 stall converter, and I really like that. So let me know what your choices are on torque converters and what you think I should go with. Make sure you leave comments in the comment section, and let me know what you think about my idea for a swap that as you can see, is happening. It's going. So stay tuned. I got a lot of videos. I'm going to edit up the videos of the engine assembly. I also have already fully built the transmission. The transmission's done. I'll go into detail on that. I did that. We'll talk about that one later. So thanks for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friends, whatever you need to do. Stick around for this build that I'm already going. I just gotta edit videos. So stay tuned for Pete's Garage. I'm Pete. We'll see you next time.